YouTube, this is part of Arkansas Thrifter, and I'm here with another video. I'm sorry I haven't uploaded one in a couple of days, but since I was done with my main work, I was catching up on eBay, and I was listing some things that I haven't listed since I bought them. You know how it goes. You always have a pile of stuff that you need to list, never get around to it, and so I was digging through the pile and listing some of my better items. And today, sorry, I gotta find it right quick. Sorry, that was Facebook. Anyway, let me hide that. Sorry, Facebook again. I sold an item today that gave me an idea for a video. I'm sorry, I'm a little tired. Gave me an idea for a video. When I sold it, I was like, I'm going to show this to a lot of people, and a lot of people may not know it. I sold today a Xena Warrior Princess kite, new in the package. I paid 50 cents for it. Sold for $21.99, free shipping. Now, what I'm going to get at, it's not Xena itself, or kites. It is brands. Normally older brands, and a lot of people know about this. You know, they know the vintage 70s, 80s Care Bears and the Rainbow Brides and all that. But, sorry, if you hear that, that's a car alarm. But if you don't know brands, then you always need to look for them. Not every branded item is worth anything. Say like 2012 The Simpsons toy ain't going to be worth as much as a 1930s Mickey Mouse item. But if you come across what I would call cult items, people, items that are far gone, that ain't produced anymore, but there's what you would call a cult following where people just love them. Xena is one of them. Hercules is another. Doctor Who, though it still comes out, has a cult following. If you find items that have cult-like status brands on them, especially if they're older, like 80s, 90s cults, even if you find some of the really old Rocky Horror Picture Show stuff, those brands sell. Now, a lot of people say, yeah, this is commonplace, but some of them would look at that kite and say, that ain't worth anything because it's a kite rather than a poster. But I paid 50 cents for a kite and then turned it into 20 bucks. Rather, someone else would have probably looked at that kite and just passed it up. That's what I'm getting at. If you find the brands on not unique items, but a little bit stranger items. If it's not on a poster, if it's not on a trading, they'll stay away from most 90s trading cards. Going to warn you now, 90s trading cards, even with cult followings, don't get you much money. But stuff like kites, everybody knows Lunchbox and Thermoses do well, but kites is one of them that does decent. Books, especially the books for like the old little thin magazines you used to get for just that show. Those sometimes do well. Bunch of other stuff that I don't know the lines enough to tell you what to buy. But if you find something that has a cult status brand on it, look into it. Try to find it, and then take a gamble if you can't. A few things I would suggest not getting. Usually McDonald's glasses. Everybody knows what these are. I've seen them for Mickey. I've seen them for Smurfs. I've seen them for Garfield. Sorry, that's over there on Facebook. I've seen a lot of these McDonald's glasses. And they don't sell. One glass may be worth $10, which includes the shipping. And everybody knows it'll cost you about $6 to melt a glass, almost, depending on the size of the glass, about $6 for most glasses. So if you're selling an item for 10 bucks, after fees and everything, you may make $1. It's not worth your time on a glass. But say you find a vintage pocket watch or a crappy LCD digital watch from like the 80s and 90s that have something on here that's new in the package. Look into it because you'll be surprised. I looked into the kite because I knew Xena and I was a fan of the show. I was what you would call a re-fan, because I think it's called a re-fan or new fan, because I didn't watch the show when I was younger on TV. I later watched it by just buying the DVDs because I thought, why not? You know, it was fantasy, it was adventure, it looked like fun, and I really didn't have much else to do. So I rented a couple DVDs, and then when I got rid of those, I bought a couple, and it was a fun show to watch. It's like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I used to buy the boxes of her movie. You know, I spent like $100 on the full season and watched them all, and then got rid of them at a pawn shop. But usually if you find branded items, they do well. I know I got off topic a little bit, and I'm sorry about that. But branded items, especially for some of the older stuff, not older, I'm not saying 30s old, I'm thinking, you know, 80s, 90s old. Because recently some of the stuff has been getting picked up back in popularity. Xena, Buffy, Hercules even, you know, the stuff like that is becoming a little bit more popular. So if you find some branded items that are on some weird items like LCD watches, kites, everybody knows t-shirts and jackets, and of course those are always going to do well, but just look them up, look into it. If it's only worth a few dollars, do a little search on your phone. If you don't want to take the time to do that while you're thrifting, go ahead and just buy it. I bought this kite. It turned out to be a good deal because I looked them up, and I saw one up with $15, buy it now with $7 shipping. So what I did, I put mine up for $21.99, best offer, free shipping. So I basically just undercut the other guy by a penny. And then I hit 2 search engines because, of course, I said this in another video. The way I do mine listings is usually buy it now, free shipping, and best offer. That way, if someone tries to filter out on the side, you see them. Say, you know, on the left-hand side, you usually see refine to, say, buy nows, which is up here, and then take best offer and free shipping is over here. I hit all 3 of those markers so I can get some bigger views from people who want to refine their searches, and it does well, but you know, it's the way I run my business. And the kites, and sorry, I got off topic again, but like I say, just look up some branded videos, or not videos. When you come across some 80s, 90s branded items that ain't the norm, you know, that's not a lunchbox, that's not a shirt, that's not a thermos, that's not a toy or action figure, look into it, because you may be relatively surprised at what some of these older branded unique items actually bring. I turned 50 cents into $22, and I'm happy about that. So everybody, please have a great day. I am part of Arkansas Thrifter, and I am out of here.